So we have an interesting question for all you Godzilla fans out there. Can Godzilla Earth survive in every multiverse? And when I say multiverses, I mean eras as well, such as the Heisei era, the Showa era. Which era do you think, if any of them, could beat Godzilla Earth? I mean, you guys let me know in the comments, but you also have to remember this man, Godzilla Earth, literally made humans leave the planet. So, like, let's get into it. Shout out to Goji Guy.
Undoubtedly the most powerful
big shout out to him.
Godzilla ever seen on screen.
And let's get to it.
Even the following big five, those being
if
Showa,
I'm making an
Heisei,
opinion here,
Gemstone, and Final Wars
the
Godzilla,
only one that I think would be close
against the unstoppable power of Godzilla
as far as
Earth.
eras
Many
would be
of you
my
have asked
favorite
for a video
Godzilla.
on this version of the G-Man.
Heisei
But due to
Godzilla.
his
Other
sheer
than
power,
that,
I've never found a competitor that stands a chance. And there's
maybe
no single
Godzilla
era
Ultimate.
that
Maybe
stands a
I don't
chance
know.
against this
Let
incarnation
me know what you
of
think in the
Godzilla.
comments.
But why not just do them all? Rather than throwing him into a single era, we'll be taking kaiju from every
Love it.
era. putting him
Kaiju
into
from
teams,
every
and
era.
seeing if Godzilla Earth has what it takes to truly solo every verse. Howdy everyone, it's your host Goji Guy. And
Every
welcome back to
verse.
the 10 days of Christmas video. I know it's not 10,
It's not
12.
Christmas anymore. I'm a little
understand.
late.
All
I'm
my
a little
friends are
late.
telling me that IRL 10 just sounds better.
Guys, if you haven't yet,
And
scroll
I
down, hit
can't
that subscribe button
withstand
for me.
doing that quickly.
I appreciate you.
I'm uploading every other day until Christmas. If you're new to the channel and you're into topics range from kaiju to dinosaurs,
Make sure to
anime,
subscribe
sci-fi,
to my boy
and even
Goji as
analog
well.
horror, well, my friend, you've found the right channel. So consider subscribing. To
Always
play
has
in
some
box
great
content like
videos.
this
I like
weekly.
'em, I like 'em.
So
Let's go.
Let's start with his bracket. Godzilla Earth will be pinned against groups rather than single targets, so that we can hopefully make this fair.
Groups,
Pulling
yeah,
kaiju
you would
from
need
the
a group
Showa
for
and
this
Heisei
man.
Era. Most of the Millennium
Not
films,
humans.
the MonsterVerse,
Humans
the
are cooked.
Gemstone universe, and the Singular Point anime. And with that in place, his bracket
Singular
is
Point. Okay, so we're gonna
GMK
see
Ghidorah, Mothra, and Baragon, Jet Jaguar Beta, and Singular Point Manda, Final Wars Anguirus, King Caesar, and Rodan, Orga, and Megaguirus, the Muto Prime, along with the male and female Muto, Gemstone Megalon, and Gigant Rex.
I like
Biolante
Gigant
and
Rex,
Ghidorah,
but
Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus, Kaiser Ghidorah and Monster X, Shimo and Ghidorah, and finally Space Godzilla and Destroya.
ooh, that's an interesting one.
Pray for me. All right, let's.
That's a
get
lot,
into
by the
it.
way. Shout out
So
to my
let's
boy
start with
once
Godzilla
again.
Earth's feats.
I'm still thinking he beats all
now,
of those,
Godzilla Earth
though.
only has a few feats, but Lord are they intense. Starting with, nothing much. He just burst through a mountain, and this isn't a fictional
No
mountain.
big deal.
This is Mount Tanzawa of all things. I think I pronounced it right. Anyways,
It's a big
he reduces
mountain.
it to bits by just standing up. And since it's a real mountain, there are weight calculations. And at an absolute minimum, this mountain comes in at an eye-watering 23,148,537 tons. That's more than every kaiju on this list combined.
I mean, how
But
much
that's
is that
the
in
low end.
pounds?
At a
Is
high
there a
end,
number?
oh, well, it just reaches the billions, about 141 billion metric tons. And I'm
Insanity.
he slaps away Ghidorah and, snaps his jaw. But I think the billions of metric tons alone is enough. Now onto speed. And, well, this is where Godzilla
I mean,
kinda lacks.
that alone,
Godzilla Earth
like,
stays
come
up
on.
at 60 kilometers an hour. Now into Godzilla Earth's best category, his durability, which says a lot given his strength.
And I don't
Godzilla
wanna hear
Planet of
anything- I
Monsters,
don't wanna
when
hear
in his
anything
younger
from the
form,
power
tanked
scalers, bro. This is
150
simply-
nuclear warheads.
I'm pretty
Enough
sure he
to
didn't
face
power
the
scale any of
US.
this.
In City of Edge of Battle, he eats the Vulture's weapons for breakfast, never showing any signs of damage. And in the Planet Eater, while in pain, he takes Ghidorah's bites. And yeah, I know. Goji Guy, you said this was his best? And yes, I know it seems lackluster, but the main thing is his asymmetrical permeable shield. A practically impenetrable
Brother's got a
that
shield,
fully
too.
encompasses his body. Literally the only thing that got through it was Ghidorah. And well, to those who don't know, his Ghidorah
He
is on
is a
a higher plane
shield.
of dimensionality. So yeah, to get through the shield, he needed a character that didn't obey our laws of physics. Now onto his abilities. Godzilla
That's
has
facts.
crazy regeneration, being able to regenerate his organs in seconds. He has metallic skin, which further buffs his durability.
Seconds
He's
is
super
wild,
outstanding
especially
weight.
for something
What
that
is
big.
you may ask? Well, imagine the Muto Prime Sonic Roar, but 1,000 times over.
I was
This
never a
roar
big fan of the
destroys
Sonic
anything
roar.
and
It's just
everything in
wind,
its path,
bro.
Ground and military alike.
It's
It has a
strong.
stated output
Not
of
saying
over
it's weak. I
900
just don't like
gigawatts
it.
of energy.
It's
900 gigawatts of energy is enough to vaporize
The
a
look of
city.
it.
He has his plasma cutter, or as I call it, the atomic tail whip. This
That
attack
one's
also
sick.
destroys anything in its path, cutting through mountains with ease and destroys the ground with no issue.
The
He can
atomic
increase his body
tail
temperature in
whip.
seconds, turning it into Scarlet Godzilla, reaching temperatures over 1,000 degrees Celsius. He has his energy conversion, where if he's too powerful, for whatever reason, he can release a lot of his energy, heating up the surrounding area to an outrageous
If he gets
degree.
too
And finally, his
powerful.
atomic breath, the strongest one of all time. It slices through mountains with ease. It has an energy output of 3 terawatts, and even when deflected and broken into smaller, less powerful pieces, it still eviscerated mountains in the surrounding landscape.
I
When
mean,
in his
come
Scarlet
on,
form,
bro.
It destroys Mechagodzilla City with ease, and he's able to overpower and force a black hole closed. People, we're talking about
Forced a black hole closed.
holes.
Like,
the most powerful things in the
even
universe.
Heisei, I don't know, man.
And what makes it
I don't know if he
scarier
mentioned the
is fact that
Heisei
his
era,
beam
though. I
is
don't know
said
if
to
he's...
be able to reach all the way into Earth's orbit.
He's doing
so
that one.
no kaiju is getting away from his breath. So with all that in place, for the kaiju, we'll be covering their best feats, as, well, they'll need it. So let's
They
dive into
will
the first
definitely
group,
need it.
The GMK gang. Yeah. I'm not even going to cover their feats. It's not close.
It's cooked,
With no
yeah.
concept of difficulty, Godzilla Earth moves on. Next up is Jet Jaguar and Manda from Godzilla's Singular Point.
I still
And
think
of
this
course,
is
onto
cooked,
their
too.
high ends, as, well, they'll need it. Jet Jaguar is able to kick Godzilla away with ease. Godzilla Ultima coming in at, well, we don't know. There aren't any given weights for really anyone in the show. But given his size, using other Godzillas as reference, he would most likely be around 70,000 metric tons. He has some pretty fast reaction.
Which is cool,
being able
but
to
like,
catch you and
Godzilla
Irikawa right as
Earth.
he fell out of a moving truck. For durability, he's able to take one heck of a hit from Anguirus. He's able to function even when missing limbs, and for a brief moment,
Barely.
he withstands Godzilla Ultima's beam. But really, only for a moment. Manda is able to draw blood from Godzilla with a single bite, and even when on land, he's a pretty swift kaiju, despite being a
I wonder why he didn't include, like, Ultima,
that's it.
the actual Godzilla.
Guys, right after. And neither of them really have any crazy abilities, so really all Godzilla Earth needs to do is a single one of any of his attacks, and they would both go down.
Godzilla
With
Earth is
difficulty,
definitely
Godzilla
moving on.
Earth moves on. Next up is the Final Wars trio.
He's
Anguirus,
definitely moving on
Caesar,
here.
And Rodan. And, well, collectively, they weren't able to beat up Final Wars Godzilla, and as we said, Godzilla Earth dogs.
Did he
Final Wars
mention
Godzilla.
why we're not going to
So,
have
again,
Godzillas
there's
in
just
here?
Nothing to really even cover here.
Maybe I
they
missed
have
that.
no way to damage him, and a single attack would put them all down. So again, with no difficulty, Godzilla moves
Yeah,
on.
Godzilla's
now
moving
onto
on.
Orga and Megaguirus. Starting with Orga. Orga is shown for strength. He's pretty easily able to manhandle his Godzilla.
Orga, I mean,
Godzilla
he's
2K
cool.
Weighing at 25,000 tons. For speed, he's able to move around the city with ease, being able to leap like a
It's just
frog,
another
granting
easy
him
one,
great
though, to me.
speed and agility on the battlefield. And for durability, he takes Godzilla's bites with little damage. Later, when taking severe damage to his shoulder, he quickly regenerates it. For his abilities, his beam is pretty powerful, but interestingly enough, the most useful thing here is the fact that he can quickly adapt. So given Godzilla Earth has pretty much infected the entire planet,
What was that
and
short-
Orga can find some plant
What was
life,
that?
he may be able to increase his durability greatly. But given how long it would take, and that all it would really do is make him more durable, it's not a massive
Godzilla
upgrade.
Earth moves on.
Onto Megaguirus. This giant bug is also able to push around his Godzilla with ease. GXM Godzilla also coming in at 25,000 tons. She's able to reach speeds of Mach 4, and for durability,
I mean, I
he's
would
able to be
say
slammed through
every
buildings
Godzilla
and-
from every era has to gang up on this man. And then maybe. And then maybe.
That's about it. After just taking a few shots from Godzilla's helmet breath, she blows up. And her only useful ability
I'm
is
pretty sure
unusable in this
Godzilla Earth, like,
situation,
set
that
out
being her fireball.
and killed
As she
every
needs to hit the target
kaiju on the
directly
planet.
to drain
And
their
the
energy
humans
to
left,
make
bro.
said
Like,
fireball. And given Godzilla's
isn't he
shield,
the only
she can't
Godzilla
do
that made the humans
so
leave?
Godzilla Earth would struggle with these two, given
They
their
were
speed
just like,
advantage.
yeah.
But it's not like they can do anything.
We're not gonna fight
so while
that.
he would be annoyed, and it would take a while, really, again, any of his attacks would do the job. So with low difficulty, he makes it through. Now onto the Muto squad. That being the Prime,
Muto squad?
male, and
Nah.
female Muto. And together they make quite a tough team.
I mean, if they
But do
have a
what it takes?
ginormous
Let's find
army,
out.
maybe?
All the Mutos have
No.
been able to push and
No.
drag around their Godzilla. Giragoji weighing in at 90,000 tons. But we're just gonna skip the male Muto's feats as he's not.
Yeah,
doing
male
anything
Muto's
here.
getting
So
cooked,
let's start with
dude.
the females. She has shown that she's able to push back Godzilla. She later is able to bring him to his knees and is able to trample him over.
You also
She
have to
takes
think
rockets
about the
against him,
size of these
and
people,
while
too.
hurt, she
The size of
overall
these
shrugs off
characters.
Godzilla's nerve atomic breath. Onto the Prime. who
Like,
will be
Godzilla
carrying
Earth
this
can
team
quite
hard
literally
into
step
battle.
on some of
The
these
Prime is able to ragdoll
kaiju.
Godzilla, who, as you said, weighs 90,000 tons.
And it would just be
She's able
done.
to break apart and control the crust and tectonic plates. She's fine after being beamed by Godzilla, and her sonic roar is powerful enough to break the dorsal plates of Godzilla in her universe, though they wouldn't do the same to
What's
Godzilla.
this music from?
And she's also able to burrow with incredible speed. So this fight would be interesting. While the male and female would go down quickly, the Prime might be able to land a few blows. Now, how can she last? Well, firstly, while the surface of the planet is covered in Godzilla Earth stuff, she can still affect what's
Godzilla
underneath.
Earth stuff?
So she can still break and manipulate the tectonic plates and use them to her advantage.
I mean, that's
Being
cool.
able to pull them apart and get into the normal dirt so she can burrow.
That's
she can
cool.
stay clear of Godzilla Earth attacks for a while. And he wouldn't be able to
He's
sense
so
where she
ginormous,
is.
though.
If she could get close, she could try to use her sonic screech, as we know Godzilla Earth can still hear things. And sound goes through his shield as well. I mean, one of his own attacks is a sound-based attack. So overall, she'd be the first to actually land an attack
That's
on
valid.
Godzilla Earth.
I
And
still
her
think
roar
it's not
shouldn't
close,
even
though.
get through his shield. Now, while it wouldn't do much, it would be the first. Now, Godzilla Earth would have a hard time hitting her, but eventually he would finally hit her.
100%.
So around mid-difficulty just due to the fact that it's kind of hard
Slicing
to
in
hit her,
half.
Godzilla Earth moves on. Next up is the Gemstone universe. We have Gemstone Megalon and
Gemstone?
Gigan Rex.
See, this
These
is
two
cool. I
beasts are
really
not to be
like
messed with.
Gigan
and both
Rex.
have a wide range of abilities.
Very
so let's see how they
cool
hold up. The
kaiju,
strength,
but
we don't know. As they have impressive feats, yes. The issue is there's
I
no
just don't
given
think
weight
it's
to the
happening.
verse. So the best you could say
Or it's even close
is that they
still.
push around Godzilla quite a bit, who, by my guess, is probably around 100,000 metric tons. Now, the main thing they steal with ease is speed. Both are able to fly incredibly
they are
fast.
quick with it.
But since there's not too much on them, we're just gonna cover their abilities. For abilities, while they're powerful, there's only one between the two of them that will actually do anything, that being Megalon's beam. While it wouldn't damage Godzilla, it will likely
maybe like
slightly
stun him a little
Godzilla
bit,
Earth,
yeah.
But that's about it. Now Earth would struggle with these two, as firstly they're the first
I just like Gigan Rex's look.
take more than one attack. That along with the fact that they're so much faster, it will make it a challenge for Earth to hit them. So with high difficulty,
Look how
just due to
fast
their
that beam
speed,
is, though.
After long enough, Godzilla Earth would eventually land a couple hits and take them down.
Godzilla Earth
Next
still
up is
moves on. I
Biolance's
haven't really
Ghidorah.
seen a challenge
Biolance's
yet.
best feat of strength is when
I
even
honestly
in her
don't
rose
think I
form,
am either.
she was able to restrain Godzilla.
Maybe
And her
destroying
beast
Space
form was much
Godzilla. We'll
stronger
see.
than
We'll
her
see what they
rose.
do.
Godzilla at this time is already a being who's able to easily break buildings apart. He rips apart a submarine without breaking a sweat, and he's able to push buildings over with ease. For speed,
She's not.
Alright, for durability, while she later dies from one, she's able to withstand a beam going into her mouth, and the rest of her body should be more durable than the back of her mouth. So overall, not too bad. Onto Ghidorah, and he'll be carrying this team. Ghidorah is able to cause many earthquakes just by jumping on Godzilla. He's able to choke out the G-Man and subdue him. For
Dang.
speed, he's able to reach speeds of Mach 4, and for durability, he's one tough cookie. His wings alone take Godzilla's breath with no damage, which of course would apply to the rest of his body. And overall, he's able to tank pretty much all of Godzilla's normal attacks. And for abilities, the only useful one here will be Ghidorah's gravity beams, as Biolance's tendrils won't even be able to get into the ground.
Yeah,
due to
Biolance's
Godzilla
not
having
doing
infected
much
the planet.
in this one, I
But
don't
even
believe.
the beams, still, no shock to
Pretty
anyone,
sure. I mean,
can't
it's still
really
going to be a
do anything
solid
to the
cook
barrier.
session
So
for
again, due to
Godzilla
the
Earth.
speed gap, it would take a while for Godzilla to win, but with like low difficulty, he moves on.
Yeah,
Now
low
let's get
difficulty
Showa
for sure.
Air
Can we get like
Those
a
beings
harder
show
one?
Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus.
It's at the end.
Let's start with Mechagodzilla.
So we'll see.
Best one, by the way. Firstly, Bro is casually able to generate
I like
earthquakes.
Kiryu
With
better.
a single punch, he can destroy buildings.
I
He's
just
able to
like
send
Kiryu's
Anguirus
look.
literally flying away with a single kick. Showa Anguirus coming in at 30,000 metric tons. He even breaks his jaw. Just like Aang, he's able to kick away King Caesar, who also weighs in at 30,000 metric tons. And overall,
Yeah,
he's able
but-
to compete with Godzilla himself. Godzilla, in the
Godzilla
Showa era,
Earth,
being able to
man.
lift and throw Zandora from Zone Fighter.
Yo,
who weighs
that
in at
throw was always so
91,000
hilarious to me.
tons. For speed, Mechagodzilla is able to fly. at
It's
Mach
so
5,
human.
And for durability, he's able to withstand his own space beam being shot back at him 10 times over. He takes a beating from Caesar. He takes Godzilla's
Those
breath,
throws,
and only
dude.
displays sparks from it. It is stated in the film to be built of space titanium, which is just titanium, but
In space.
from space.
Little space
Gotta love the Showa
titanium.
era. And he has a wide range of abilities, having space beams, missiles, his cross attack beam, the Unishot, the Neo defense barrier, and shows in the poster but not in the film to have his Desto fire onto Titano. He's able to stagger
Solid
Goji,
Mecha
and
G.
throughout the film overpowers
Still not a
him,
chance,
and
though.
even lifts him by just using his mouth. Showa Godzilla coming in at 20,000 metric tons. For speed, he's able to tag fighter jets in the air, and for durability, he's overall able to tussle with Godzilla for long periods of time. And for abilities, he has his tailwinds and
That's Showa
about it.
Godzilla, though,
So
bro.
how would this
You know
play
what
out?
I'm saying?
Well,
It wouldn't
firstly,
play out very
Titano
long.
would be no help at all. As while he's
Yeah,
strong,
for
he doesn't
sure.
fight. In Terror of Mechagodzilla, he was simply under mind control throughout the film.
Titanosaurus
And he's even
is
said to be a
cooked
peaceful
off rip.
creature. So off the bat, he would just run off. Sorry,
Unless
my
he went in
fellow
the
Titano
water.
fans watching. At least
Maybe
he
he
didn't
just
get mauled.
dipped.
But on to Mecha. Now, I know what you're thinking. Goji guy, you said the Final Wars trio loses because Earth beats Final Wars. So shouldn't Mecha just lose off the bat? Well, yes and no. I always try to get this across in my videos, but the winner of battles almost never comes down to strength, speed.
Also, we
durability,
have to
and whatnot.
realize
It
that,
almost
you know,
always
he
comes
can't
down
just
to
be like,
ability.
yes, Godzilla
So,
cooks
with that
them.
being said,
Then it'd
Mecha
be a
would actually
30-second
stand his
video,
ground.
so.
Firstly, he withstand Godzilla's beam to an extent. As it said in the film, that Mechagodzilla is from the Black Hole Nebula 3 aliens planet, which is very close to a black hole. So Mechagodzilla is able to withstand the forces of a black hole. Now, Godzilla Earth's beam did destroy them, but if Mechagodzilla also uses his shield on top of his already great durability, he should be able to take quite a few attacks. Now, while he could last for
Quite
a
a
while,
few,
the
but
only
not
issue
enough.
is he doesn't really have any way to bypass Earth's shield or drain it of his energy. So while this fight would go on for a while, and Godzilla will have a hard time hitting him due to his speed,
He would
again, with
eventually
high
do it
difficulty,
and
due to his
cooked.
speed, Godzilla Earth
By the
moves
way, I'm
on.
kinda matching
Stand
my boy
proud,
Goji
Godzilla.
today.
You were strong.
And
now onto
Godzilla
Kaiser,
Earth a little
Ghidorah,
bit.
and Monster X. Now,
A little
yes,
bit.
I know. These two technically can exist at the same time, but they need all the help they can get. So just deal with it. Starting with Monster X. Now in this team, he'll be the one taking the hits.
It's a
as
cool
he is
team.
Much more durable than
I
Kaiser.
like the team. It
While
looks
Kaiser will be on
cool.
the offensive.
Monster
he'll try to
X
land
and
his
Kaiser are
attacks
sick.
and use his abilities to their fullest. Monster X has shown strength on par and exceeding Godzilla, being able to overpower Goji in battle. Final Wars Godzilla coming in at 55,000 tons. And I mean, do I really have to cover all of it? We literally just posted a video on Monster X. If you want all of his stuff, just go watch that.
Camazot's victim.
Now onto Kaiser.
Camazot's
Kaiser
victim.
need to make sure he stays behind Monster X throughout the battle and try to land his beams.
Wait, Camazot's
Kaiser's
cooked in that?
beams
I didn't
being
see
a
that
major
video.
upgrade from Monster X, as they can actually lift their foes. Though, due to Godzilla's shield, it wouldn't really be possible. And Kaiser really just has the same feats as Monster X, that being he's able to lift Godzilla. But this fight is actually quite interesting. Monster X will be responsible for moving Kaiser when needed, and he would also tank the hits when he needs to. This would rely on perfect timing from the two of them. And
Bro,
Shimo's
Kaiser
teamwork,
might be a hot
because
take
these
here.
two could actually have a chance.
He might be the
As one of
coolest
abilities
looking
Kaiser
King
has
Ghidorah.
is the fact that he can drain energy. So if Monster X can move Kaiser close to Earth,
There's a
and get
couple
him out
that
of there quick
I
enough,
have in number
Kaiser
one.
could slowly but surely start to drain
Like the
power of
MonsterVerse
his
one?
shield.
I love
And
the
eventually
look
they
of
could
that
drain it
one.
enough where they could actually start to land
That made him
blows.
look like a demon
so, with the shield
dragon.
gone, they could start to do some damage.
So did
But while
Kaiser,
they
though.
couldn't make it far, Godzilla Earth would just hit up the area, making it hard for them to get close. And soon enough would just land a couple hits on them.
Yeah,
that along
he'd
with
be
his
cooked.
crazy regen. To kill him, you pretty much have to one-tap him. So with
You have to
more
melt
difficulty,
this man.
Godzilla moves on.
There can't
Next
be
up is
anything
Shimo
left
and
that he can
Ghidorah,
regen.
The two big dogs of the monster.
Shimo and Ghidorah.
These two are no strangers to the channel.
Cooked.
So let's see if they can put their
I
differences
love them
aside
both, but
and take
cooked.
on this world-ending threat. Now, I don't really think I need to cover their feats as well. I think we all know them.
Yeah,
at this
we've
point,
seen them.
but
We've
I
seen
will
them.
quickly summarize them to any new viewers
I just watched
watching.
that movie again
Which,
the
if
other
you are
day.
new, welcome to the channel, and consider
Loved
subscribing
it.
if you're enjoying this video. To
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
my channel, not you, Cappy. I see you reacting every time I say subscribe. You say to your channel, to me, Cappy.
Hey, yo! I'm
Also
leaving.
subscribe to
I'm
Cappy.
out.
For
Okay,
strength,
never
both
mind.
these
I'm
kaiju
back.
have a
I'm
limited
back
control
in.
Godzilla with ease.
How you gonna throw me in like that? That's it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to me.
Carrying this team when it comes to speed. Flying
I
at 500
appreciate you. And to
knots.
Gochi,
Shima's
come
the
on
one
now.
who'll take durability.
Dang,
He's unfazed by
Gochi.
Godzilla's most powerful attack. That being his supercharged evolved beam.
That's
you know, blah, blah,
it,
blah,
dude.
yada, yada, yada. All right, let's talk about abilities.
I'm disagreeing
Because
with everything
that's,
Goji says
that's
for the
most
rest of this
important
video.
thing. Because at this point,
Let's
I think
see.
we can confidently say that really no team's going to be outdoing him with strength or durability.
Okay, I
until
can't disagree with that.
Maybe, but hold your horses. Now,
Okay,
Ghidorah
no,
has
I disagree
gravity
with
beam,
that one.
light, his alpha call, his storm, and energy absorption. And yes, he has wing lightning. but
Isn't
he won't be
Destroyer
getting that as
stronger
his
than
next
Space
weapon in
Godzilla, by the
fight.
way?
Also, the alpha call is just.
What do you think?
useless.
Let me know in the
It's not gonna
comments.
work
Space
here. Shima has her
Godzilla
frostbite
Destroyer.
Blast and very slight cryokinesis as she freezes things around her, as we see in Rio. But she can't make it, move around like an ice bender, and that's really it for her.
Not an ice
so
bender.
What can they do together? Well, off the bat, they'll actually make it difficult for Godzilla Earth to see them. While he can still sense Shima as she's on the ground, Ghidorah could hide in his storm. Along
You
with
just call her
creating an ice
Shima?
storm on top of that,
Who is
it'll make it
Shima?
hard for Godzilla Earth to know where they are. Now, while he could part Ghidorah's storm with his roar, Ghidorah could just remake it again and again. Along with poor visibility, these kaiju are now going to be able to withstand a few attacks from Godzilla Earth.
Yeah,
They're able to
make it
take a
hard
few
for him
tail
to
whips
see,
and
but
roar.
eventually, like most
And
of them.
possibly, they might be the first that can actually take a beam. As Monster
Okay,
Godzilla
take a beam,
is
maybe.
barely comparable to Godzilla Earth, as there are a few
Statements.
that say his beam is the strongest thing in nature, and for those who don't know, black holes would qualify as a part of nature. So you could wank it and say his beam is
interesting.
more
I didn't know
powerful than
that.
black holes. But that's up to interpretation. So I'm just gonna say, maybe. Now, while his roar would slightly get rid of the storm, he does have another way to get around that. That being his scarlet form.
And he's got the
also letting out a lot
scarlet
of
form,
heat,
dude.
Heating up the area, as we said, all the way back at the start.
Ooh,
Heating it up to that extent
what a
would
form.
evaporate the storm instantly, and would also start to melt Shimo's ice before it even touches him. So while normal Earth would have a hard time hitting them, this would be the first time he goes out of his way to amp himself.
Wouldn't say a hard
And
time,
in
I'd
his
say
scarlet state,
difficult.
with low to
More
mid
difficult
difficulty,
than
he moves
normal,
on.
but,
As at this point, they can't really do anything to him, and it would just be a matter of breaking through their durability,
Yeah.
and soon enough, killing them.
Earth is
Now
cooking,
finally,
man.
the Crystal
All right, here we
King,
go. This is
Space
the only one
Godzilla,
I'd say would be,
and the Reaper
other than
Roast,
Heisei, which we
Destroyer.
didn't cover
Now,
for
to
whatever
those who
reason.
watched all my verse swaps, you will know that no
We'll
one
see.
has made it past Space Godzilla. Well, because, at least in my opinion, Space Godzilla is one of the strongest kaiju of all time. Even more than Destroyer. I know. I'll cover it someday. But
Okay,
with
I'd like
being
to see
said,
that. I'd like
this
to
is a
see that.
battle of abilities. So let's cover what both of these guys can do. Starting with Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla has a bunch of abilities, each being incredibly powerful. So let's dive in. Space Godzilla has his photon
I'd like to see a
reactive
Space
shield,
Godzilla
that being his
Destroyer
own
comparison.
beam-proof shield, where he can
'Cause
take
I would've
attacks
picked
of his
Destroyer.
foes and send them right back at them.
Just off of what
And he
I
can
know,
even put
but I
the
didn't
shield onto
deep
certain
dive into it,
objects,
you know?
such as the Fukuoka Tower. But there are two downsides. Firstly, he seemingly has to be stationary for it to work, as we never see him use it when he's flying. Secondly, he has to willingly activate it, as it isn't always present. He has his Corona Beam, which is pretty much his atomic breath, but with one big advantage. That being he can change the direction of it whenever he wants to, even after it's been shot, allowing him to move it about so it can hit its targets. He has his Gravity Tornado, which allows him to lift his attackers into the air. And
Gravity
throw them away.
Tornado's kinda
He has his
crazy.
Geokinesis, where he can create
That
massive
moves
crystals
wild.
to come out of the ground and send them flying towards his enemies. He has energy manipulation,
Because you
which
gotta
allows him
worry
to
about
amplify
so
his
many
attacks
things.
and also drain energy. Though we don't know if he can drain energy of kaiju, as all we've seen it do is drain energy from the Fukuoka Tower. And he has other few abilities, but the rest just aren't useful in this matchup. On to Destroyer.
Now
Destroyer has
Destroyer.
his division and recombination, where he can split into his smaller forms, and of course attack. And then further recombined to fully heal himself from any previously taken
That's
damage.
crazy.
He has his micro-oxygen beam, he has his energy-draining tail, where he's able to, well, drain energy.
Yeah, we
and
know
has
he
his
can get
variable
energy
slicer.
from kaiju.
So with all that in place, how would this play out? And we're gonna kind of cover it like a what-if video, so sit back and relax.
Bet.
But firstly, there are a few abilities here that just aren't useful, such as Destroya's variable slicer and Space Godzilla's energy draining and geokinesis.
Yeah, because they're
as
not
the
about to
variable
drain
slicer
anything
and
from
the
Earth.
crystals
You'd
will
have to get
through
mad
the shield,
close, obviously.
And we don't know how effective Space Godzilla's energy draining capabilities are. So, with that in place, this matchup would be hard. Godzilla Earth would quickly be caught off guard due to the fact that for some reason he's being thrown through the air. Now, off the bat, as Godzilla Earth stands back up, Space Godzilla and Destroya will shoot
For
their
some
beams at
reason.
Goji, but to no avail. Seeing that there's a shield in place, Destroya will try and get close to drain the shield, while Space Godzilla attacks from afar. Now, Godzilla Earth would know what it's about to get into, quickly going into his scarlet form and releasing heat to keep them away. Godzilla Earth would charge up his beam and fire it right at Space Godzilla, just for his own beam to strike him back, taking
Oh, I
half
like
damage.
this. It's playing out in
Now,
my
here's
head.
one
That's why I'm not
advantage
saying
Godzilla Earth
much.
has in this battle. Godzilla Earth is pretty smart, while these two, not so much. They aren't
No, he
dumb by
didn't.
any means. They just don't know how to perfectly use their abilities. So
No,
you
he
could make
didn't.
the argument, oh, deaths just break apart and recombine over and over. Which, sure,
I think
is an
most of this
argument,
is because
though
they're
the one
older
question
movies,
arises,
so, like,
why
they
he just
didn't
that
do
in the
much
film?
as far
It's
as, like,
because that's
thinking.
not how these two fight. Now, I didn't cover
I
these
think if
as
they
it's
were
way
in
too much to go
more
over this
recent
video,
movies
but in the prequel
or
novels to Godzilla
series,
Earth
like
films,
Godzilla Earth
at one
was,
point in the books, if my memory serves
it'd
me
be
right,
different.
Mothra uses her scales to send Godzilla's beam right back at him, almost killing him.
Which I wanna
So
see
Earth, with
so
that
bad.
knowledge, would know not to
Space
use it
Godzilla
again,
next,
as it's too
Destroya
risky.
in-game.
Godzilla Earth would have to rely on his Telep and Atomic Roar to deal with these guys. But there are two abilities I haven't covered for Earth. Destroya would break apart, trying to sneakily get close to Godzilla Earth. But little does Destroya know, Godzilla Earth has a trick up his sleeve. Godzilla Earth, as we said, infected the entire planet, but along with that, he created subspecies, smaller versions of himself to handle any threats while he slept. So with that in mind,
That's
the
so
moment Destroya
crazy,
turns
man.
into a smaller and weaker versions of himself, they would be bombarded with Servrum.
That's
giant
true.
aerial
I didn't
kaiju,
think about
And
that.
together, they won't allow deaths to recombine. With Destroya being dealt with, Godzilla fully focuses on Space Godzilla.
Yeah,
knowing
and in
he's
a
the big
1v1,
threat.
space,
Godzilla
I mean,
pushes out
come on.
as much energy as he
Cooked.
possibly can,
Cooked.
creating widespread fires and a massive steam cloud, making it almost impossible for Space Godzilla to locate Godzilla Earth. That's when Space Godzilla sees Godzilla firing a beam once more. Space Godzilla puts up a shield, shooting it right back at Godzilla,
Okay.
killing him. Space Godzilla is left in shock for a moment, but after some time, being the cocky kaiju he is, he roars triumphantly. That's when, out of nowhere, a crimson beam fires through Space Godzilla's chest, killing him. Godzilla used Godzilla Phileas, the weaker and smaller
The
version of
Phileas,
himself,
the
as a
smaller
distraction,
one.
while using his ability of stealth, which I'm not even joking.
What
check
a
with
good
Godzilla,
little
to stay
story we
hidden
just
inside
had
the
play
smoke
out
and
there.
steam, and sneakily get behind Space Godzilla. And given Space Godzilla didn't actively have his shield up, Godzilla Earth took his chance and killed the space demon. Godzilla quickly locates what's left of Destroya and does a tail swipe and beam to finish them off.
Nice.
So, with extreme difficulty, Godzilla Earth moves on.
Godzilla
Was he
Earth
cheating a little at the
continues
end
to
there?
move on. See, he basically
Maybe.
eliminates
Man,
everyone.
He's just using his resources, man.
Relatively
And thank you all
easily,
so much
too.
for watching. I really hope you enjoyed watching.
Like I
this
said,
as
let me know if you think Heisei
took
would have had a
forever.
chance.
And this video is a part of my 10 Days of Christmas videos.
'Cause we didn't
where I'm
see
bringing
that
awareness
era.
to my fundraiser gifts from Goji. It'll be beside the video. Check it out. And
I
once
don't
you're
know.
watching,
Let me know what you
probably
think in the
gotta go
comments.
details.
Let me know.
And don't leave just yet. There is an end credit scene. But with that being said,
A little
thank you all
end credit
so
scene?
much for watching. And again, I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, Tokyo Treats, for sponsoring this video. And with all that being said,
And thanks
it
for
seems
throwing
not
me
a
in the
single
video,
kaiju
Goji.
from any era of
Disrespectfully.
Godzilla stands a chance against the unstoppable
I'm just kidding.
power of
Goji's
Godzilla
cool.
Earth.
Goji's cool. We like Goji. Now let's see. Godzilla Earth? What was that? Was that jet? What was that sound? It definitely was. He just got dropped in. Wait. Oh, I like that. That's a little more interesting. I gotta say it though. Heisei, the Heisei era, Heisei Godzilla. I think that would be the only one for me personally that would be close. Or like closer than the ending one, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching with me. I love ya. Goodbye. That was a lot to say.